back from mall trip, and honestly this music here is so fucking peaceful. I was taking a quick break, aka like a minute or two, and just listening to this is quite peaceful. Sure, Vince is rude and Cass is quiet, but they're both here for me, taking care of me, and I'm slowly but surely starting to calm down and relax. It's obvious I need an uneventful day to recover from everything, but more than anything else, I need to move on. I can't keep wasting Vince and Cass's time like this. No matter how much I enjoy being with them, I have to figure out what to do next. On the way back, Vincent answers a phone call and I overhear bits and pieces of the conversation. Yes, accepted. Michiko is with me. Are you out of your mind? I can't. Understood. Vincent ends the call, then stares angrily at his phone. I anxiously look at him. Is everything okay? Oh yeah, absolutely. Just tell me when has anything ever been okay for us? I'm being sent out on a mission, which would be fine, except you're officially my Genia. It'd be suspicious if you didn't come with. Honestly, I'd advise that you not go. It'd be better if you didn't get caught up in all of this just yet. Whatever the case, you have some time to think about it before we get back. And so we continue on in silence as I contemplate my situation. To be honest, I'm scared, and if I agree to go, anything can happen. But if you don't mind, I'd like to go with you. I mean, it's only a matter of time before I end up confronting another hex. There's no point in delaying the inevitable. Whatever you want, woman with a death wish. Pack your things when we get back, but only take what's difficult to buy. Oh wow, his words there was much different than Cass, because Cass was like, bring anything necessary, right? And then his is bring anything you can't buy. We get home and it only takes me about 5 minutes to grab my stuff since I don't have much. Vincent, however, has been scowling at his phone the entire time. We have to go all the way out in the middle of nowhere. That nosy bastard just messaged that the mission isn't urgent, so he doesn't see a point in arranging a door for us. And the nearest one is 3 hours away. By train. Just wonderful. You better pack enough clothes for a night or two. Looks like we'll be spending some quality time there. Vincent is clearly unhappy with the news. When Castle pulls out a huge backpack, Vincent doesn't move, so Cass is their pack mule, is he? Oh, Basti! We hastily head into the cool where we meet Basti, so we decide to go together. I'll walk you through. Basti gazes at me affectionately while patting me on the head. Basti, please. Don't worry, everything will be fine. That boy is so dang sweet and gentle. I can't help feeling ashamed of myself. I had shoved my negative opinion of the other Kwanzis onto him, and that wasn't fair. Still looking at me tenderly, he opens the door and waves us in. Basti is definitely the sweetest boy. A deserted train station. The door that brought us here is marked service entrance. I wonder if all service entrances are Kwanzi doors. The train arrives a few minutes later, and considering how few people are on board, our destination must not be popular. I glance at the schedule board to see where we are headed, but I don't recognize the name. We board the train and Vincent takes a seat next to the window. Castle sitting down right next to him. Taking a seat across the aisle, I began to scrutinize our situation. Considering how easily we arranged our own transportation, not to mention the strange weapon permits these guys have, I wonder if the government is aware of the hex in our nameless organization. Vincent's sulky face is glued to his phone. Are there no hostiles in this backwater shithole? He continues glaring at the screen so intensely that I worry he might burn a hole through it with his eyes. I just wrote that he has no more details and that we need to sit tight and wait. I hate these damn missions. Things can either explode at one moment or nothing happens at all. It's a total headache or a complete waste of time. Damn it. He fidgets a bit, then places his folded jacket on Cass's lap before laying down and stare on in shock. Okay, it's obvious that Cass is Vincent's weapon and he uses him constantly, and I'm sure that makes both of them comfortable with each other, but this is too much. I recommend you rest too. Save your energy and nerves. You'll need them. I sigh and lean my head against the window, trying to will myself to sleep. Wake up, we're almost there. Cass's soft voice draws me out of my slumber. Glancing sideways at Vincent's lithe figure, I notice him yawn until it looks like his jaw is sure to dislocate. We need to call a taxi. Vincent turns to me with the cute, sleepy eyes. When he's like this, one can almost forget how dangerous he is. I mean, he is quite adorable. But I don't think we've had enough one-on-one time compared to Cass and I and Cass's route. It's pretty late and Vincent's yawning is contagious. Fortunately, it doesn't take long for the taxi to arrive, and both Cass and I hop into the back seat while Vincent takes the front. Vincent orders the driver to take us to the best hotel in the area, then starts quarreling with him. By the time we arrive, his drowsiness has completely disappeared and he seems all wound up again. A little on edge, I watch him head over to the reception desk to make a scene. Not wanting to get involved, Cass and I decide to hang back with our things. These guys have an interesting distribution of responsibilities. Vincent is clearly in charge of communicating with other people, although I wouldn't say that's the best idea in the world. He isn't very friendly or patient. Stupid female clerks. I can't deal with them anymore. Vincent sits down and Cass switches places with him at the reception desk, and I immediately feel uncomfortable. Vincent is way too high-strung. His cheeks are pink and he's tapping his finger nervously on the sofa while trying not to look my way. Is it red from anger or embarrassment? I wonder how one would tell. Cass finally walks back to us. They only have one queen-size bed available, but promised to bring extra blankets. Whatever, let's just go to another hotel. But this is the best one. The second best is several miles away, and we don't even know if they have any vacant rooms. It's just one night. They'll have another room available tomorrow. Cass turns to me looking guiltily. I'm sorry I placed you in this awkward situation, but at least you'll be safe. I nod. It's not like we haven't already slept in the same room before. I have no reason not to trust these guys. Angrily, Vincent stands up and follows Cass to our room, where I realize the awkwardness of our situation. The room is small and mostly occupied by a single queen size bed. There isn't room for much else, not even a couch. Vincent begins to nervously fly about the room, checking dressers and closets, even searching under the bed. These are usually dead hookers hidden in places like this. He makes another lap of the room, this time spraying disinfectant and everything. I'm tired. Handing the can to Cass, Vincent heads into the bathroom to take a shower. Cass unenthusiastically pokes around the room until we hear a scream from the bathroom. There's hair! Can you believe it? Hair! Cass, don't be lazy. Make sure you clean the room properly. We both look at each other and sigh. Is Vincent misophobic or something? Having finished his shower, Vincent walks out of the bathroom with sporting a clean set of pajamas. He then temptuously tosses himself onto the bed and glares at us with arms crossed. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to sleep. Then he burrows himself in the blankets. Take the other side. It won't be so bad with just two of you. What about you? Someone needs to monitor the situation. I'll rest tomorrow afternoon. I'm not a fan of this, but it doesn't look like I have any other choice. I just need to not think about the fact that I'm sleeping in the same bed as a man that I want so badly. But all my worrying is for naught. Vincent doesn't even attempt to make a move as we sleep. I really need to stop fantasizing so much. Instead of waking up to a steamy embrace, I am awoken by someone kicking me. Exasperated, I jump up to discover that it's Vincent who is sleeping restlessly. It seems even in his sleep he hates everything, especially me. How is he even this close? I sit up and watch Vincent toss fiercely in his sleep. Even asleep, he's insufferable. Desperately needing sleep, I abruptly jump out of bed and approach Cass, who is sitting quietly in his chair. Can you lay in between us? Is it keeping you awake? Yeah. Sighing softly, Cass grabs a pillow and blanket from the closet and lays down in between us. It's a little tight, but my plan is perfect. Vincent can kick his friend instead of me now. I inwardly snicker. Yeah, I think the guy's definitely rubbing off on me. What the fuck? Despite a difficult night, waking up is easy. I feel warm and pleasant, although a bit cramped. Still half asleep, I try to figure out why that is. It seems I somehow ended up in the middle of the bed at some point, and it feels like I'm lying against someone. Oh my god! Now I'm in the middle, compared to Cass's route, where like it was just them two, because I think I had my own. I don't know. Opening my eyes, the first thing I see is Vincent's head. He's sleeping on my chest, his silky hair brushing against my chin. I inhale his sweet scent again. The fragrance is pleasant and is oddly complemented by the scent of Cass's warm skin. Confused as to why I am also smelling Cass, I look over to my right and see his I thought it said white t-shirt. To my right and see his t-shirt. I'm lying on his shoulder. But that isn't the only contact between us. Two hands rest on my stomach, one light and cool, and the other heavy and hot. Our legs are so tangled beneath the blankets I have no idea whose foot is where. But the worst part of it all is that my body doesn't seem to object to any of it. On the contrary, it seems to be a conspicuous accomplice to the entire scene. One of my hands nestled in Vincent's hair while the other is... Chico, you are a depraved, lustful woman. I realize in horror that my hand is resting on Cass's strong, smooth, marble-like thigh. Oh, get me out of here. Get me out of here! Now knowing how to extract myself from the situation, I start to hyperventilate, but then I hear a muzzled sneeze. Heart is sinking into my stomach. I glance up to where the sound came from. It was Cass, most likely from my hair covering his face. Our eyes meet and I realize he's awake and has been for some time now. He could have kindly removed my hand. Horrified, I let out a cry and immediately extricate myself from the tangle of bodies before running into the bathroom to lock myself in. How did that happen? How did what I fear most actually happen? That wasn't just giving into my primal desires. That was taking advantage of two men at once. How can I even think about being independent when I'm throwing myself at any and everyone? What the hell just happened? I hear screaming in the other room. I guess Vincent is awake. There's a loud slamming of the door and everything goes quiet. Then I hear a gentle knock. Can you come out? There's no time to fool around. I cautiously step out of the bathroom to see a fully dressed Cass staring quietly at me. Nothing happened. This was how it looked. It was just a hug. There's nothing wrong with reaching out to one another while in a state of unconsciousness. But you weren't sleeping. Cass sighs, clearly reluctant to discuss the matter further. Vince snuggled up to you because he was cold. I held you because you asked me to. End of story. Okay, so Vincent was obviously using me as a hot water bottle. That's fine, but what's really bothering me is I asked you to hold me? Yes. Damn it, why the hell is my subconscious brain getting so worked up? I'm even being tempted by Cass now. How did I even manage to end up sleeping in between those two? Never mind, we have bigger problems. Get dressed, Vincent is waiting. Cass leaves and I quickly change my clothes. As ashamed as I am to look at both of them, I can't let it interfere with our mission. That's probably the only thing I can do right now anyway. I exit the hotel and follow after Cass. We got information on the mission. The fluctuations in the quantum field aren't due to the imminent arrival of Altid. It's a Quanzi. His gift is just awakening, so Ein is unable to determine his exact location. We'll need to track the man down ourselves. Okay, at least with this route, we know what the mission is. We know who to look out for, right? A Quanzi person, which is obviously Rodian. He's speaking as if I clearly understand everything, but no, everything is not clear at all. It never is, though. Continue to listen, right? This sounds suspicious. Okay, this sounds suspicious, apparently. So what do we do about this Quanzi? Something tells me that if everything was all rosy, Cass would have said so. Just because someone is a Quanzi doesn't mean they're friendly. He may be hostile. His overly calm voice sends a chill through me. What do we do then? Try to figure out what this Quanzi is. Once we know the circumstances, we act accordingly. I can tell from Katsu's voice that he's done with the conversation. Imagining just what those circumstances may be makes me feel a little nauseous. We arrive at a playground in front of the school. Vincent is waiting for us there. His face grim. I notice him trying to avoid my keys. According to Ein's information, our target appears active in this building during the day. In the evening, he shows activity a couple of miles away from here in a residential area. So the target either works or studies here but lives a few miles away. I feel the need to participate in the conversation, if only to drown out any unpleasant thoughts. But I am once again ignored. Ein has prepared a list of individuals who match this information, and he begins to show us a folder. There are only a few people in the dossier, followed by several pages of incomprehensible graphs and diagrams. As we're flipping through, I immediately stop on the photograph of a white-haired boy. Yeah, the blonde mutt got my attention too. Quanzis often have remarkable appearances, makes it easier for us. He's just a schoolboy. I'm sure he'll look great to join us. What boy his age wouldn't want to save the world? Idiot, you can't trust someone by their looks alone. Vincent glares pointedly at me. We'll split up. Michiko and I can scout together. What? I want to be with Vincent though. This is Vincent's route, no? Why am I always with Cass now? Cass's voice suggests there is to be no objection, so I follow him in the wooded area that leads to the school. How will we know if they're Quanzi or not? Follow him until he reveals himself. We'll stress him if necessary. I'm involuntarily drawn back to a thought I had been trying to avoid. Did you follow me too? Yes. A lump suddenly forms in my throat, making it hard to speak. And when you were near the bench in the park, when I was sleeping, did you also think I was hostile? At that moment, no. What about the other times? Did you ever think I was your enemy? If I was, what would you have done? You're not our enemy. Therefore, the question is meaningless. I think back to the picture of that sweet innocent boy who had caught my eye as I was shown the dossier. Dossier? But what if the student is hostile? What will you do about it? Kill him. He's like, duh. Obvious answer, kill him. What do you mean? Cass's voice has been frighteningly calm the entire conversation. It hasn't wavered or changed even once. But it's the merciless a light in his cold eyes that dashes the final glimmer of hope I've been holding on to, that he's not a Kwanzaa killer. I always thought Castle was pleasant and kind. I always thought Castle was pleasant and kind, but he just now admitted without any hesitation that he's willing to murder a child. The way he said it so matter-of-factly, it's clear it isn't a big deal to him. A momentary bout of numbness comes over me, but quickly passes, feeling the tears that are now blurring my eyes. I abruptly turn and run, not even caring about where I'm headed. Why the hell did I have to trust someone, only to end up being deceived by them? What do you mean? He has valid reasons. I run, driven by my emotions, not realizing that I might be doing something incredibly stupid. But after what he just said, the thought of standing quietly by, I can't. Everything within me, my entire being, is screaming, no. Hey, your shoe is untied. Uh-oh. I turn when I hear a crisp, clear voice. Hello, Rodian. I will not fall for you again. Never again. I will not. We had like 2 bad endings with him, I think. And then like Cass's final ending that I got with him, he just died, you know? Probably gonna die again this route because I have a guide. So I'm not gonna be stupid. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I will see you guys in the next one.